Hello, this is Ryan Van Bibber, the audio production teacher at the Fort Hays Career Center, a division of the Fort Hays Metropolitan Education Center in Columbus City Schools, Columbus, Ohio, USA. And I'm back with another video tutorial on how to add movement and randomization to a beat in Ableton Live. If you watched the last video, I tackled beat repeat, and this time I'm going to be focusing on a different plugin, Shaper. Let's have a listen to this synthwave type beat. It's the same beat from the last video. Okay, and we're going to be focusing in on the drums here. I'm going to solo these drums and just play this a little bit. Notice I have the beat repeat plugin turned off. And direct your attention to the hi-hat. It's a fine sounding hi-hat, but we can add a bit of interest to it by modulating this transposition. So I'm going to first double click Shaper to add it to the device chain. And what Shaper does is it applies a low frequency oscillator, or LFO, to whatever parameter you choose. So in this case, I'm going to click the map button, and I'm going to go over here and click the transpose knob. And immediately the transpose knob starts going nuts, and you can hear the hi-hat transposing now at a very rapid pace. And that sounds kind of cool. We can adjust some parameters. Instead of having this wave, we could have a different wave modulating it. And instead of it transposing the entire range possible, I'm going to narrow that range slightly just to make it more effective. I can also adjust the rate of modulation here with the rate knob. I can adjust the depth or intensity of the LFO with the depth knob, but I'm going to leave it at 100% for now. You can also adjust the phase and offset, and you can also click this R to make sure that the wave is re-triggered every time a new note occurs. You can set it to MIDI time or sample bass time with the Hertz button, and I'm going to leave it synced in with our tempo here. You also have the jitter and smoothing options, which will add a bit of craziness, which you can then smooth out. And I'm going to leave those set at 0 for now. And put back in context, you can hear it doesn't change the beat completely or anything like that. It just adds a bit of movement. Okay, we're going to move over here to this bass track now, and I'm going to focus in on it. And here I have Shaper affecting several parameters at once. And you'll see that you can actually have up to 8 different parameters mapped at the same time. You can adjust their ranges independently. You can even invert the range, such as I have on this subtone parameter here, going from 100 to 0. And let's take a listen to the bass line here. Now if I turn the Shaper off, you'll hear that the bass line is much more static. With Shaper on, it just has that extra bit of movement that draws your ear in a little closer. And if I click back on this square again, it goes back to the wave type. Now the wave is fully customizable. In order to add a breakpoint, simply click on the line anywhere and you can drag it around. If you want to defeat the grid lines here, essentially go into a slip mode type of situation, you can declick snap and you will no longer be locked to the grid lines. To delete a breakpoint, all you have to do is shift click on it. And to add a curve to your modulation here, simply alt drag or option drag on the line and it will curve. And this affects all the parameters listed in the parameter list here in the same way. And you might think to yourself, well, I can automate all these things. Why wouldn't I just use automation? You can automate all these things, but I find Shaper to be a more fun and flexible option. Instead of having to draw breakpoints in for every single parameter, sometimes you just want things to move together. This is a very easy way to accomplish that. I'm going to undo those last couple moves and go back to my regular triangle type wave here and put this back in context. And the last thing you should know about Shaper is that you can actually use it to modify parameters across different devices in your device chain. So here's a pad, and I have it sort of affecting this delay time on the flanger here, just to give it, again, a bit of extra movement. And if I don't want to affect, say, this EQ here, I can change this to maybe a low pass filter. I'll click the map button, click on the frequency for 4, adjust my parameters so it's not quite so drastic. And then maybe I want to rethink my curve there. Maybe I don't want this curve. Maybe I want something like that. And I can make my rate faster. You can do a lot of things with Shaper. It's fun, it's easy to use, and you can put it on multiple devices across your chain. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to find out more about what we do here at the Fort Hays Career Center and Fort Hays Audio Production, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and also hit the bell so you are notified when any new video is posted. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.